Heyo. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope all of you Magic fans have gotten to hit up some of your local game shops and pick up some Modern Horizon 2. I know they had the pre-release last weekend, which I didn't get to take part in, but I don't know too many people that would have been able to host. And a couple shops did get like opened up for the lightened restrictions and things like that in my area. But I think everyone was holding off one more weekend just until, they can't really say like in a span of a week, hey, we're going to have a tournament. Show up. Especially when they have only X pre-release kits on pre-order. Probably couldn't meet the full demand even if they wanted to. Especially with, I don't know if this is going to be a full-on limited print run or not. In any case, definitely glad I got what I could, and hoping for some nice spice. I'm not a modern player per se. I have two decks, but hey, maybe this will push me over the top and finally get deep into the hobby and get deep into that format. Sorry, moving some stuff off camera, getting my trash ready to go. Don't know if you hear all that clunking around, but yeah. I know they put a lot of effort into making sure your product's nice and presentable, so looks like it's easier for the store to sell if they get popped up on a shelf. Which I don't know if this actually got to sit on shelves for too long. Pretty sure anybody that I've driven to more or less should be sold out by now. We'll see. Got your full art cards, foil, or land, I should say. There's going to be foil, non-foil lands, and the new non-basics. Let's get this camera a little bit lower now that I opened the big old box. So commons. There we go. So here's the new artifact lands. Indestructible, 2 manas, or 2 different types of mana. Uncommon. First rare. This will get cluttered up real nice and quick. So we got the retro frames. We'll leave those, I don't know, way off to the side, I suppose. So uncommon counterspell, loving it. And foil and trash. So set boosters, of course, you get the list cards in the back, one in every, I think they said 4 packs. So big old list of stuff. Spoilers, got a token. No signature, common, or land. Basic, common. More indestructible lands. Best part is they're artifacts, so artifact things get to happen. Rare, triple rare pack. Retro frame. Put retro frame way off to the side because I don't really mind about them too much. I almost feel like I'm opening up Flesh and Blood. Ooh, list card in this pack. Because there's just so many things to keep an eye out for. No Siggy on that. Commons. After a certain point, I'll probably stop going so slow with the commons. Nobody comes here for those, right? Oh yeah, and then these, that, like, you could see the rarity symbols all, like, ink splotched and all that. Not a giant fan of those. Ooh, Worn Power Stone. Awesome. Love seeing these. I'll leave that right the frack there. You know, I won't have to put it just slightly off like that. Because I want some mythics and stuff to go in that spot. Uncommon that, and put these kind of with the retro frames. Yeah, downside with the camera being so zoomed in, there's only so many things that could fit. Okay, so not even a token, so actual trash. No signature. Commons. All the commons. And then uncommon. What? Fetch land, Misty Rainforest. That's what we want. Woo-woo. I guess I'll put that with the mythics because they're technically more expensive than a number of mythics. I don't remember if braids was. Braids might be up there too. Retro frame, foil, Myr token. Sacrifice a Myr and put a 1/1 counter on target other creature. Well, that's cool that it can be put on any creature. It kind of shouldn't be used in every deck, but that is like kind of nice. Turn 1, you actually have a thing that's gonna either be worth damage early game or sacrifice to make something buff later. Boop. Almost put that in the wrong stat. Cauldra Complete. I know it's supposed to just basically be. Damn, that is a spicy pack. Both these rares are worth nice money. Loving it. So, I know they're not mythics, but they are very well sought after. And then foil token. I was a big fan of the Cauldras back in the day. I know, especially for Commander, it was like, oh man, I can't wait to draw all three. And you like, maybe I've done it once or twice in my life. Definitely felt as difficult as pulling Exodia in early Yu-Gi-Oh. Common, special land, common. So many common. I think the stuff that I opened earlier had a good number of uncommons at least. This one, not so much. Foil. I felt like my common stack was barely taller than my uncommon stack. I wish I could open the packs the other way, because I don't like having to spoil the fact that I'm going to either have a list card or not have a list card. I wish it was just, part of the surprise, part of the experience. That's okay, though. Another cool fetch land, Marsh. Not the hottest one, but still fetch land nonetheless. Sacrifice a land, gain 2 life. Not a terrible artifact. I feel like I might use it someday. Search the premises. Different foil. Forgot what type of printing this is, but basically the weird etch or sketch, not etch. Etch is a real different thing. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker, you get to investigate. It's not the craziest thing. I'll put that just off camera to the side because it doesn't. It's not a regular foil, but it's also not something I think is worth in the sleeve. And no Siggy. Ooh, it's the new sword though. New sword art. Online. What? So many commons. Got a rare. Priest of Fell Rites. Gorilla Shaman. Uncommon. Okay. And foil indestructible artifact land. I'll put that off to the side just barely. I know in the collectors they have way more stuff that can come out, so those are going to be like just a completely different ride altogether. Alright. Token. No Siggy. Common chameleon. Cool land, more common, rare. Search the premises, the thing we already got a foil of. Huh, the other one, it doesn't actually say what investigates do. That's kind of funny. Alternate or different type of art equals you don't get to learn what the card is. You have to go for the standard one. Maybe it's for those diehards that know what almost every rule is before the cards are even printed. There we go. There's our first signature. Alright, just when I opened up a slot too for it. Because I finished 1 stack of packs. Foil basic. Fun times. Common. Indestructible. Now we go to uncommons. Okay. Whenever you cast your 3rd spell each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this thing, and then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Not bad for a legendary creature. Nestlecryst. Ooh, and Grease the Hunger Tide. Nice stuff. And then Millicard, add a colorless. Okay. So that's going to go into the mythic. That's going to go into regular rare because I don't think it's a primary of anything. So on to my next stack. Ooh, this one's got a list card. Let's hope for something chill. I know they took a lot of stuff out of the possibilities for list cards. Let's see if I can adjust this just slightly. Maybe I shouldn't have done it on a basic. Should have done it on something that has text. That looks like it's okay. Okay, nothing too crazy. Uncommons, fractured. If you couldn't tell, that was a sneeze. Very loud one. Oops. He's going to rare stock. Foil and okay. Octopus Umbral. Enchanted creature has base power 8/8, and whenever this creature attacks, you may tap target creature with power 8 or less. It's a totem armor for 5. It's not awful. It's also my second list card so far. Ooh, immediately another pack with a list card. Awesome. It's a good thing they don't have like a partial. Well, that looks awesome, like her. I haven't pulled her yet, actually, in the stuff I've opened so far. So I do like that the list card, like, so far there's no tokens that have a magic print, like the magic back on it. But I think one of the ads does kind of have like a half magic card on it. Let's see. Yeah, like imagine cracking open a pack and you see that, and it's like, oh no, it's actually a token, not a list card. Okay, out of time. So we have cleansing. Let's go with one of these. That's gonna go over there. Herald Horn. This is actually, I remember this actually was pretty decent. Like people wanted this. I don't know how much it is in demand now though. Well, with it being in, I feel like it was in a number of different jumpstart boosters and things like that. Maybe in one or two commander decks. I'm not too sure. I think I have a couple. Oh my god, I'm doing a terrible job with this pack. That's okay. Treasure token. Siggy? No, Siggy. I haven't read enough of the common uncommon, so I don't know if some of these are actually like real nice. But I know this chick's really chill. Cast an enchantment, draw a card, and gain a life for 2. It's pretty awesome, legendary. No second rare though. That's kind of a bummer. Definitely feel like in some of these, it's like you get on a big old streak of like 2-3 rares per pack. And I've only opened one so far from this set that had a triple rare, or a quad rare, meaning like even the foil was also rare. I was really stoked. But then you get packs that have like double mythic, and you're like, well, this is way cooler than 4 rares. Unless of course, like this, it didn't even. This had one common in it. It was the special land. But then you get like packs that like since the rares can technically be fetch lands and stuff, you do kind of wish for more of those, like just spammed with rare cards instead of mythics. I guess the fetches though, after a certain point, it's like, okay, I don't have enough decks in Commander to run that many fetch lands, so then you just got to go and make a modern deck so you can actually make use of them, or just use them as trade fodder, because not everybody's buying a crap ton of these. Sorry. Ooh, this is a old inevitable betrayal. Prince Life Warrior for a creature. Put that card in the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles it. Wow, for 3 mana, that's pretty gross. I mean, they can see it coming, so if they have counter spells, it's fun. I'll put that off to the side, I guess. Rare, uncommon, Cheddar Storm, Woot, late to dinner, foil. Yeah, so you play that on turn 3. Turn 6, which is, you always hit that in Commander, you get to just go through a deck and take a creature. No Siggy. I am going to be getting a list card in this one. Can't wait. Karth the Lion, Human Warrior. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Planeswalker abilities you activate cost an additional +1 to activate. So they just start going up like crazy. That's chill. I have not seen abilities like that before. I know you can proliferate, make sure people get way more loyalties. Ooh, foil rare. It's the legendary artifact creature that is a red-white identity foil. That's not bad at all. I'm okay with that. He's the last dude here. Oh, Boros Challenger Mentor. Not as hype as I would have hoped. But that's on me. That's me getting my hopes up. They did not do any of that. Nope. Wow. Very low on signatures in this one. I know it's supposed to be like 1 in every 5. Or no, it's like a 5% chance. Sorry, not 1 in every 5. That'd be really high chance of getting signatures. Endurance. This battlefield target player puts all cards from their graveyard to the bottom of their library in random order. 3-4. So that's cool. Keeps you from decking out. Foil indestructible lands, always cool. Alright, this card. I think the best thing I've gotten is Progenesis, the double WUBRG 10/10 that has protection from everything, and if it ever goes to the graveyard, it goes to the bottom of your deck or shuffled. I can't remember which. But I looked online, I'm like, oh, this isn't worth all that much. Another fetch land, always lovely. Ooh, Imperial Recruiter. This is the regular art, right? I don't think this is, or no, this might be Old Border. I didn't remember they made him as an Old Border. Put him off to the side because I don't remember him being in the set. Obviously he is. Ooh, Nuisance Engine. put artifact creature tokens into play. Not the greatest card I've ever seen, but I mean, who doesn't love artifact tokens? Sarcastic person would say Urza doesn't like them. Token. Thunk. No. Oh, it does look like a very detailed drawing of the back. Human spine. Okay. Commons, uncommon, uncommon. Damn! Sword target creature. Creature destroyed this way can't be regenerated. But then you get the sweet ass Overload, which is pretty much Wrath of God. Destroy all creatures and they can't be regenerated. Yeah, I love that. Alright. Ta-ta. And foil. Yeah, I don't remember pulling Dam before. I also don't think it was worth too much money currently. So it could have flown right under my radar. Oh, no, Siggy. I like the idea of these indestructible artifact lands. I just don't know for sure how many I'll be running. Oh, this is the cool guy. Okay, so old art with 2/2 or 2 mana for a 3/2 shadow. It means it can only be blocked by creatures with shadow. If a card we put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with a void counter. You could tap and sacrifice it, choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a void counter on it. You can play it this turn without playing mana cost. Fantastic. And a void mirror. Little, really fun. And Cursed Totem. So I'm at 3. No 4 rare. So I want to put this guy off to the side because it is a old frame. Old frame and foil. Okay. Void. There you go. There's the guy that lets you play cards for free, and Void Mirror that will counter your spells that you got to play for free, and color the spells. Trash. Dump. Foil basic. And we got common, uncommons immediately. Nice. Blessed Respite. And yeah, fetch lands. Love them. Uncommon, old frame, foil old frame. We just pulled one of those. But this one has the old frame. I'm like, we literally pulled the old frame and the new frame, but they're both foil. It's like a hint that I should play with some goblins. Each red and green. Red or green costs 1 less to cast. I bumped this just a tiny bit. Hopefully it doesn't just completely throw off anybody who's watching. I would hate to chase any viewers away. Token. No Siggy. Oops, that's uncommon. Thunk. I'll have to stack that differently. Maybe real soon. So, 2 uncommon, rare, Sterling Grove. Other enchantments you have Shroud, and you can sack it to go get a different enchantment from your deck. Put it on top of your deck? Yeah, put it on top of your deck. Rares, old art, foils. Coming to the last handful here. I think definitely within the last 10, but I think it's just outside of 5. Don't have an exact number. Alright, retro card. Thunk. I thought that in the center was a Siggy, but I was not. I was just imagining. Uncommon, 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 uncommon. There we go. Bloodbraid Mauler. Bone Shredder. Why do I feel like this was actually at the beginning of your upkeep? If this card is controlled since the beginning of your last upkeep, you sacrifice it unless you pay its cost. I don't know why. I thought this was actually a decently priced card, but it doesn't look like it. Old frame, foil, and old lightning bolt. Nice. I know in like the first set of lists that came out, what do I call it? The first set boosters. The first set boosters that came out had full frame lightning bolts, and I tried to trade it into one of the my LGS, but because they had, darn it, there was some event that was giving them out as like just you attended and you get this thing. So they had like tons of full art lightning bolts that they were trying to get rid of. So even though the list is a completely different one with a different kind of pricing online, they themselves didn't feel like accepting them because they already had a ton full arts, a ton of extra full arts they were trying to offset. Sarah's Emissary. Choose a card type. You and creatures you control have protection of the chosen card type, which is really fun. Okay, and Enchantress Presence, old art, and foil. Oh man, I don't know why, but I feel like sneezing again. I'll fight it. I'll fight it for you guys. Ooh. Another list card. Loving them this. Okay. Thunk. That is an adorable freaking squirrel. I don't recall seeing that one though. I wonder if it's like on a common. It just blazed past it. Unmarked Grave. Diamond Lion. Hunter's Pack. Nice. 4/4s with Storm. Foil land. And +1/+1 it has +1/+0 and has Wither. Oh. Oh. Kinda gross. Would be cool if you put it on a creature that tap and deals damage. Because then it's tap and put -1/-1 counters everywhere. Okay. Definitely think I'm in within the last 3. And commons for days. Uncommon, uncommon. I don't remember if this is anything. Oh, it's because it's an artifact with modular. That's why I'm kind of thinking I might put it into a deck someday. Arid Mesa. Loving them fetches. More foil indestructibles. Yeah, I got 4 left here. I feel like this box could have been a little bit hotter, but I'm getting a good handful of fetches, so I'm still chill with it. It'd be really cool to actually have the price per card. Like if I save this and re-edit it with the price of every card as I opened it. I am not practiced enough. Road to Ruin uncommon. Chef's Kiss. Paragon. Angelic Curator uncommon. Old uncommon. Foil. And Springjack Shepherd. Chroma. Comes into play, you get 0/1 goat tokens for each white mana symbol and the mana cost of permanents you control. Huh, permanents you control. I could have thought, okay, I must have Chroma wrong. I thought that was the one where it's like you got one for every color mana you spent in the mana cost. So at max, you can get 4/1 tokens. thought, oh well, whatever. So that thing is actually better than what I'm describing, in my opinion. It's like if you're playing mono white, you're gonna have a lot of mana symbols out there, a lot of white mana symbols. Indestructible lands. So many uncommons. Uncommons for days. Sylvan Anthem. Green creatures get +1/+1. Whenever a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, get to scry. Very nice for 2 green. I don't play modern though, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's actually a very slow play, not worth anyone's time. I feel like if you turn it 1, put a green creature out into play. Turn 2, you put that, just immediately buffs it. Turn 3, you actually get to scry. Your new creature is going to have a buff. Yeah, I feel like it's not bad. But again, not a strict modern player. Strike 2 red. Wow. All our protection from red and black for 2. For 2/2. Instant battlefield, exile all cards that are black and red from graveyards. If black or red in battlefield, we put into graveyard exile. So it just keeps them out of discard. That's kind of cool. Ooh, new monkey. This is actually way up there in price, and I guess it makes sense for modern, because it's a 2/1 for 1, and if it deals damage to people, you immediately get treasure tokens, you exile the top card of their deck, and for that turn, you can cast it. And then it has dash, so you could actually cheap shot people in future turns if you haven't played him. I feel like he's a 50. If he was a $40 or $50 card, someone slide that guy right in there. Just nice and safe. Sweet little rare common foil. Last pack. I don't know if there's much that you can beat the monkey with, but by golly, who gives up on hope? Okay, so token. Actually, think I opened the pack the right way so I don't spoil it. Nope, no signatures. I was like, oh, I didn't reveal if we are going to have a list card or not. And immediately when I flipped, when I was looking at it, Necrogoyf. Equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards, but it's only for its power, not toughness. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card, and you could madness him. That is really fun. And the new dragon that's out, sacrifice this unless you play 3 red, white, black, and it deals 7 damage to each non-legendary creature when it dies. So it's 8 for a 7/7 flying lifelink, and the lifelink will trigger, I think, on death too when it blows up. So that sounds awesome to me. Retro frame and foil. So got a lot of fun stuff. Let me see how many fetch lands that was, because that seemed awesome. So got the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fetches. Nice. Did I get one of each? Oh yeah, I did. What a nice box. One of each fetch land. Loving them. So I think, well, I don't think I got what the price is online right now, because this is like, let's say this is 50. I think at worst some of these are like 20, 25. So I'm looking at just shy of 100 with 3 cards. Then you got like 40, 30, and 35 for the others. So I'm looking at just about 200, and everything else would have to add up to 70 bucks. Hard to say if I really got the 270 value, but I definitely feel happy with what I got. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll clean everything up and I'll post Collector Booster just a little bit here. I hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys are getting some good pulls as well, and